Court is now in session. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake, the one-man band, is back again. Welcome back to Ruby Rose Ace Attorney. Case 2, the Turnabout Betrayal. Almost forgot there for a second. The case has just finally started. Court is now in session for the trial of Adam. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, we just jump right out of the gate. We're just all like, yo, Judge, we be ready. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I can feel the anxiety starting to build up already. This ain't good. Blake, I never thought I'd meet you in the courtroom like this. I thought we'd meet as friends, not like this, on the opposite ends of the spectrum. I guess it was bound to happen eventually, though. The trial of Adam? Hold on a sec. There's a mistake. What does he have, why does he have no last name? I'm not actually too certain. And for some reason, his documents seem not to mention a last name. In fact, there are hardly any documents about him at all. He seems to go by Adam Torres, in full though. Not officially a last name, but perhaps some sort of moniker of his. Like a secret identity? A superhero name? Truly a mystery man, this Adam. Well, that's truly odd. This is this even legal? If it's not, perhaps it's something we can charge him with. Oh, Blake's bringing in the objection, and that's crazy, cause like the voice acting, like I know in the last one, the voice acting, it sounded like the actual voice actresses. It's crazy. Come on now, Weiss, we're here for a fair trial about a different crime, not a trial about his name. Blake, you're hardly fazed at mentioning me in court. You must go through the same mental training that Winter does. Surely you have to feel a bit uneasy about going up against me, right? Right? 'Cause we're friends! Come on, Blake! Don't be so mean! Wow, that sounded egocentric. We had to meet in court someday. I'm not holding back, though. I'm not going to lose to you. Because I believe in my client. Yes! Look at this pose! Look at my lawyer uniform. Look at it! My client is innocent of the murder of Clarence Ospin. Oh yes, the victim. He was a detective, yes? Yes, Clarence Ospin was a detective working at the local precinct. Ospin? That name sounds familiar. Is that not the legendary detective? He can't be dead, can he? Well, that's why we're here, because he is currently in the ground. You're mistaken, Your Honor. This is not the legendary Ospin the Hunter. The man who's caught hundreds of criminals over the years. Not that Ospin. Clarence Ospin is a distant relative of that man, though I've been told Clarence looked up to him. The legendary Ospin was probably Clarence's inspiration for becoming a detective. It's a shame we have lost a good detective, one related to the legend himself. Indeed, it is, Your Honor. Now, shall I continue? Of course, Miss Schnee. The detective who found murdered in Kings Park at 2 a.m. on November 20th. He had a stab wound that went through the back and through his heart. He died instantly. Wow, lucky him. The suspect was found not far from the crime scene. He appeared to be running away, but was caught by the police. Allow me to present Pokeball number 1. The murder weapon belongs to the accused Adam. The hilt appears to be missing. Well, that's bad. I mean, you would think that the hilt would remain with the blade, I mean, that's some poor craftsmanship if the hilt came out. There are also 2 witnesses around at the time of the crime. I suppose we'll be hearing from both these witnesses over the course of today's trial. You are correct, Your Honor. They will both be brought up to testify. Testify! And when the park was he murdered? Take a look at the map of Kings Park. Alrighty. Now we get to see some evidence. The victim was murdered at the edge of the park by a ditch and some bathrooms. Adam, the accused, was found west of the crime scene, apprehended by police. My sister, Winter, spotted him running towards the west when she arrived at the scene. Apparently, the other witness also crossed paths with him when he was running. Winter and the other witness both called in the murder together and notified police to capture Adam. That clears things up on the location of the murder. Do you know if there was a reason the detective was out there that late at night? Maybe just having a stroll. He was currently undergoing some investigations. You see this paper that came out of this Pokeball? These instructions were found in the detective's pockets. It says that he was investigating a theft at the local precinct. Somebody stole from the cops? Holy crap! A piece of evidence. A rare form of dust was stolen from the evidence room. Don't remind me that what this newfangled term dust means again. Oh, do remind me. Dust is a recent discovered substance, a new source of energy. We learned all this in the previous case with RWBY. It comes in various forms such as powder and liquid. Wow, some liquid dust? That'd be crazy. According to the orders, the one that was stolen was a powdered one. It sounds like there have been some other discoveries. Some forms that can be ingested and cause various side effects in the human body. Are we talking about like cool side effects, or are we talking like bad side effects? It reminds me of certain illegal substances. Indeed, nearly all forms of dust are considered illegal. Then why are you using them as a power source? That doesn't make any sense. But there's also more being discovered as we speak. Some offer positive benefits in medicine and other fields. The use for dust is a huge topic of debate nowadays. Who knew a new form of energy like this could be found? I need to get his voice down. It's like, and with such varied uses. I wish you'd keep up with this sort of stuff just a bit more, Your Honor. Everyone agrees that I can see the benefit of dust so far. Oh, not everyone can see the benefit so far. Not sure about the illegal forms, though, for obvious reasons. One quick question. How come the state of these orders are so ripped? When the orders were found on his body, they were already ripped. So somebody was trying to steal what was on there. Let's see what it says. I am to investigate the theft of dust evidence from the evidence room from the precinct. The dust itself is unique and potentially dangerous. Handle the situation with care. I know that the dust itself tends to stick to surfaces quickly. The dust sample itself is a white silvery color. Alrighty, we're gonna have to remember that. That's evidence. We still don't know where the other part of the orders are. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it didn't have anything important. It has something important, Your Honor. Of course it had something important. Me and Weiss, Siamese twins, thinking the same. As it stands right now, the investigation that the victim performed has little to do with my client or the case. Well, we'll just have to find out about that, won't we? You shouldn't be throwing out your what ifs out of the blue. That's the sign of someone who doesn't know what they are doing. What? Why are you accusing me of that suddenly? Blake, you want to fight? This is one of Blake's is this one of Blake's tactics? Trying to make me feel uneasy in the courtroom? I better not let it work on me. I'm not afraid of your insults, Blake. I'm just saying, you should present the evidence when it points to a relevant observation. Not to set up something for later. This is just the start of the trial. It's my job. She's giving me no mercy. Maybe I should do the same then. No mercy on both sides! I suppose you're right. Fine then. Let me present some relevant evidence. This piece of paper is different than the other piece of paper. This note was also found on the body of the detective. It states for the victim to meet someone at Kings Park at 12 a.m. Well, let's read that, shall we? We can't. Which is exactly around the time of the murder. Who knows? Maybe the one that Detective Ozpin was meeting was in fact Adam! Dun, dun, dun! Objection! But she throws an objection in our face. You're doing it again, making statements without proof. And here I thought you were the one that did that sort of thing more than me in school. Pokeball! Alright, I'll call my witness to the stand. She witnessed the accused firsthand, standing over the dead body of the victim. She saw the accused over the dead victim's body? Why, that's rather decisive testimony. Precisely. We'll see how decisive it really is. Winter! Witness, your name and occupation, please, if you don't mind. My name is Winter Schnee. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Schnee? You must be related to Prosecutor Schnee, yes? She's my little sister. I requested that she take this case. It's important to me. I'm not sure they would actually do that in real life. I mean, because helping family may get in the way of true justice. But we'll let it slide this time. And why is that? Because the victim was my partner. Oh, well, that's quite tragic. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your sympathy. What were you doing on the night of the crime? I know my partner had some separate investigations that I am not supposed to know about. But I noticed that he had a meeting at 2 a.m. The note slipped out of his pocket earlier in the day. Oh, did it? If it slipped out of his pocket, then how was it on his body later? Ha! I already saw it. Winter, why you lying? Winter, why you lying? Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be defending. Okay, let's just move on, shall we? It seemed a bit odd to me, so I decided to trail him to see what was going on. That's rather nosy. What if your presence would threaten his investigation? I had a bad feeling about this meeting. Call it intuition. So I wanted to watch his back. I always make sure I am not caught if I'm doing any sneaking around. Oh, really? It's rather risky of you to do. That does sound pretty suspicious when Winter words it like that. Winter words it! Alliteration. It's fun. She must have suspected something, though. That's why she followed. I won't waste the court's time with any more banter. I'm telling you what I saw that night. Witness testimony! Bah, 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 bah. I was looking around to find where my partner was meeting. I turned the corner when I saw two figures. One was Adam. The suspect, on the other hand, and the other was my partner. Ospin was bleeding on the floor, stabbed through the back. When I looked at Adam, I thought I saw red, like a bloodstain on his shirt. When he noticed me, he immediately turned and ran. I checked on Ospin's body. He was dead. Dead. Shortly after, I saw another girl coming. Well, we called the police together. Okay? So you're saying you did not see when the murder actually happened? No, I did not. I only saw Adam standing over the body. And the sword it was said in the police report that it was found on in the ditch not too far from the body. The sword wasn't in sight. Adam wasn't holding it. Witness testimony added to the courtroom record. Hooray! So, I mean, what is that? That doesn't mean that Adam particularly killed him. So what you're saying is, there's the possibility that Adam stumbled in at the wrong time. But it was his sword that killed the victim. But according to Winter, he was not holding his sword at the time. He could have lost his sword, misplaced it even. And that's because he threw the sword in the ditch before Winter arrived. What reason would he have for throwing his sword away and breaking the hilt? I mean, why? Why wouldn't he keep his weapon? How would he plunge the sword into the victim with no hilt as well? Good. Right now, you're once again throwing in assumptions. The testimony of your sister already shows that he did not have the sword in hand. Blake's good. I can already feel myself slipping up a bit. Right now, this is all conjuncture, though. So I can't let myself get put down by this. The defense may begin their cross-examination. What are you going to ask her, Blake? See, this is so different because I'm used to doing the cross-examinations. Because that's what I did in the last one. But not this time. What I saw that night. I was looking around to find where my partner was meeting. Wait, am I doing the cross-examination too? Oh. Okay, no, I'm not. Because it didn't give me an option. You were searching the park? Indeed. It didn't say specifically where to meet. Such terrible instructions. I agree. They were very vague. But maybe they, contacted him through other means as well. Let's not get into too much conjecture. Continue, please. Very well. I turned the corner, then I saw two figures. One was Adam, the suspect, and the other was my partner. Hold it! So you are sure you saw Adam, not another person? Indeed, I did. I'm 100% positive. 100%! I have no doubt it was Adam I saw. It's a little hard not to recognize him with the mask and the spiky hair. But we're in anime, so that could honestly be anyone. The mask that Adam wears. Are masks like that even allowed in the courtroom? And of your partner, what did you see? Ospin was bleeding on the floor, stabbed through the back. Hold it! It must have been difficult for you to see. It was. But I'm fine now. All I want is justice for him. I don't know how you can hold it together so well. If I saw RWBY, Yang, or Blake like that, well, it would be a very sad day. And you didn't see anything else noteworthy besides that. I'm afraid not. Aside from his heart being punctured. The autopsy report already states that, though. Sorry for the interruption. Continue your testimony, please. Of course. When I looked at Adam, I thought I saw red, like a bloodstain on his shirt. Hold it! You thought you saw blood? Yeah, let's check this thing right here. Well, that could just be his embroiderment pattern. I mean, because it's a nice coat. Look at that coat, it's freaking great. Okay, you thought you saw blood. Indeed. Although the jacket he was apprehended in didn't have blood. It was dark that night, though. It's entirely possible your eyes deceived you. Your eyes can deceive you, don't trust them. And like you said, there is no blood on his suit when he was caught. That is true. It was late and dark, and I only got a quick glance because when he noticed me, he immediately turned and ran. Hold it! And you think he was the suspect because of that? Of course. That's the most suspicious thing you can do in that case. Or he was just scared out of his pants. The fact he was standing above the body was proof enough. Blake, you realize how suspicious that is too, right? Of course I do, but it doesn't mean for sure that he did it. Well, either way, it made him suspect number 1 in my book. After he fled, I checked on Ozpin's body. He was dead. Hold it! Are you sure he was dead? You think he was murdered only moments before? The wounds were rather fresh. Autopsy report confirms it. Do we have an autopsy report? Winter's testimony, torn fabric. Yes, here we are. Let's see. Death from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. on, okay. Location, cause of death, stabbed through the heart with a blade. The blade pierced through the back. Stabbed through the heart! It took me so long for me to make this joke. He must have died shortly before I arrived. I doubt he was killed earlier than that because of all the evidence. So then, what did you do afterwards? Shortly after, I saw another girl coming. We called the police together. Very well. I have nothing further, Your Honor. Of course, I could have sworn I saw a contradiction in there. Is she holding off? The contradiction seems, beneficial for her. You didn't ask about the other girl coming in on her last statement. There's no need, since I will be calling the same witness up now. That witness, she saw things from a different end. That's right. She'll hopefully shed some more light on what happened that night. Although we did question the other witness, we couldn't get too much out of her. Maybe Blake managed to get more out of her. Ah, it's Neo! Yay! Hooray!
What will befall our young prosecutor now that court is in session? Will she strive towards truth and justice, or will she put away an innocent man at the whim of her sister? Find out next time on Weichny, Ace Attorney.